Right. The example I gave you to do for homework, it's up on the board. 20 grams of nitrogen gas occupies 15 decimeters cubed at a pressure of 100 kilopascals. What is the temperature of this gas in degrees centigrade? So, the 20 grams of gas, it's occupying 15 decimeters cubed, the pressure is 100 kilopascals. What is the temperature of this gas in kilopascals? Formula that we're going to use, please. Right, we're going to use the general gas equation, PV equals nRT. Is there anyone who didn't write it that way? Is there anyone who wrote it like this? PV equals nRT. Hands up. You've got it wrong, you've lost all your marks. Probably 7 marks down the drain. Why is that wrong? You don't have pressure in your formula. Pressure is a lowercase p. Anyone write it like this? PV equals nRT. Whether it's a bold N or whether it's a cursive N but written big like that. Alternatively, I saw someone with a big N. Definitely. Maybe written like that. You would have got naught. And there was also someone who wrote a small t. They would also have got naught. So please write your formulae down correctly. Then you need to know the pressure, you need to know the volume, you need to know N, you need to know R, and you need to know T before you can do this problem. Right, what is the pressure that's given to you in the example? Just write it down as it is. 100 kPa. Whether that's the correct unit or not, I don't mind. Write it down, 100 kPa. Volume, what's the volume that's given? 15 decimeters cubed. Write it down whether it's correct or not. The number of moles, you don't know that. We'll get back to it. R, 8,31. T, that's what you asked to find out. Are you asked to find out T in Kelvin or T in centigrade? So shouldn't we write that as a small t? No, because this formula will give you the answer in Kelvin. So you are calculating capital T, and then right at the end you convert Kelvin to centigrade. Okay. Right, let's have a look at everything. Pressure, 100 kilopascals, is that okay? Can we work in kilopascals? How do I change it? Becomes 100 times 10 to the 3 pascals. Now it's right. All right. Volume, 15 decimeters cubed. What must it be in? How many decimeters cubed are there in a meter? So, I told you this the other day. 1,000, 10 cubed. So it's 15 divided by 1,000, which is times 10 to the minus 3 meters cubed. That's now correct. N, the number of moles. I've given you the number of grams. So how do you find out the number of moles? Well, N is the mass given divided by the molar mass. What is the mass given? 20. What's the molar mass of nitrogen? N2? 28. And that's going to give you 0, that's now correct. Okay, let's substitute it and get a final answer. Right, let's take this example out of the way so that we can do it. Now, in a matric final exam, and therefore in a Cannons Creek exam, you will only have got how many marks so far? 3. You certainly would have got 1 mark. Where would that 1 mark have been allocated? You would have got 1 mark for the formula. Would you have got a mark here? You probably would if you have to do a conversion. That would be another mark. Would you get a mark there? Probably yes if you have to do a conversion. Would you get a mark here? Probably a mark here and here. 2 marks. So how many marks have you got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you going to get a mark there? No. No. Right. Now you substitute. P is 100 times 10 to the 3. Always put your substitutions in brackets. V is 15 times 10 to the minus 3. Sorry. Equals N 0,71 R 8,31 and T. You'd get another mark for all of this substitution. So how many marks have you got so far? 6. And then you'd get an answer, therefore, T equals, answer please. Sorry? No, it can't be. 252, 254, and what's that unit in? Kelvin. Now, how do we go from Kelvin to centigrade? Therefore, lowercase t is 254,23 minus 273 gives us minus, degrees centigrade. Right, you would have got an answer there, and you would have got another answer there, which would have been a total of 8 marks. Yes? So you substituted 20 over 28 there. Yes, it will give you a slightly different answer because you're not rounding off. 2 degrees, that's fine. It will be carried through. Yes. Unless you just said temperature and you wrote out the word temperature. But if you wrote capital T equals this, it's wrong. Okay. It's like saying mass and you write mass as Q equals something. Okay. Right. So we're understanding that? Right. I've deliberately gone through the sum step by step, emphasizing where the marks are. Because this is a formula, and in fact, wherever you're working with pressure, people often write pressure as a capital P. It must be a lowercase p in a formula, right? And you will lose the marks for your whole sum. You'd put a capital P there, or a capital N there, or a small t there. You would have got nothing out of 8, even though you would have got the same answer. Okay, so make a note. It is critical that you are pedantic about formulae. Are there any questions about this? Right, if there are no questions, we'll stop this lesson.